Desmond, good
Hello.
morning to you and good evening here in Brisbane, Australia.
Thank you. Good evening. How are you?
It's good. The time here is 11. Today is Sunday. 11:09 in the evening, Sunday.
Okay.
So what time now in Colombia?
Oh, in Australia.
Yeah, what time in
Right
Colombia?
now in Colombia, it's 8:09 in the morning.
Oh, that's good. So thank you for our conversation
Yeah.
last night. And it's very late in your end. Mm-hmm. And
Yes. No, I'd like to thank you too because I've learned a lot from you, and I believe that me and you will make serious business because I need someone like you for me to make this transaction a reality.
mm-hmm. So what you do in
Yes.
Colombia? You are from South Africa, right?
Yes, like I told you that I came here for looking for Colombian emeralds.
But there is an emerald
Because
in Africa, like in Conakry. Conakry has a deposit of emerald, but the emerald is very rare to find in Africa.
yes, but Colombia has the best emeralds in the world. The
Oh,
quality is very good. Yes, that's the reason. So, as a broker, I'm always searching a good quality gemstones for my clients.
mhm.
Yes,
So you
that's
mean to
the
say you
reason I
did
came
travel to
here.
Colombia just to meet the seller who produced emerald, is it?
Yes, I know a lot of people here from the mines, the mine owners, because I've been in Boyaca, Moso,
Mm-hmm.
for the emeralds. I have created very good contacts here since 2016, coming this side, coming and going back home. It was difficult at first, but at a moment now I have good people,
Mm-hmm.
very reliable. Yeah, in dealing with emeralds, and they also they are having the material and they don't have buyers internationally, so I'm also connecting them with the buyers that side.
I see. So how many carats they have at emerald? What is their price per carats on emerald? Because the emerald is a very expensive item. Don't you know that?
Yeah, it's very expensive. Even now, it's very rare, and so the people they are stuck with the material they can't even sell because of the price. It's very expensive.
What you have to do while you are in Colombia, you ask the owner of that mines. They have to have. They have to let the gemologist examine the emeralds and what carats and the purity of emeralds. So they need to have a
Yes,
manifest.
most of the emeralds they do have certificates. I can send you what I'm having
Yeah,
now.
okay.
Yes, I will send it to you, and I also send you the prices.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Now, because I don't deal with the emerald, I only deal diamond and gold.
with diamonds and gold.
Yes,
Okay, yeah.
because the owner of the gold and diamond, they hired Wilhelmina to market to the world because Africa is behind. Even in Colombia, they are behind when it comes to modern marketing. I'm a marketer. I market Africa to the world, telling the world that Africa is the main source. Now, in Conakry, there is emerald, but it's very rare because the emerald is still on the ground, so they have to mine it. But in Colombia, they already mine the emeralds. They have stuck on emerald, but you need to position the the products. If you are brokering, you need to position your seller's product in order for the world to recognize. Because in selling, there's a
Yes,
saying in marketing: position, position, position. Right. And I position
that's
Africa.
correct.
I position Africa in order for the world to know that Africa is the main source. But you will find a lot of buzzer, a lot of joker that they don't like to deal with with Colombian on Africa because Africa is full of scam. I think I have to correct these people mentioning about the word scam. Scam means you were being deceived. I was being deceived. I was being cheated in Ghana. Mhm. I was being
Yes,
cheated by the seller and the buyer. So that is life. That is business. You need to be tough. If you are brokering, you need to be tough, right? Because
that's true. That's
you're
true.
gonna encounter a lot of buzzer, a lot of fake buyers, right?
Yes, I've already lost a lot of money
See?
here also about the Emirates because the people here, when they see a foreigner, they just want to rob. But before I can get the real people who have these emeralds, I came across people who are scamming this site also.
Yes.
You
Colombia
understand?
is notorious as well, don't you know? They are notorious. You need to be careful there because Colombia is the drug cartel.
Yes, I know, I know, and also these guys, they're having problem when it comes to like transacting these emeralds
Yes,
because their government doesn't allow them to have a business account in this country. Always having their business accounts outside of Colombia, and that is the problem that they also facing. And they also mining this emerald manually. There is no technology here. It's only few international investors from like United States. The guys that are from Texas, they are the ones who are having a stable mine here. The name is MTC, Mineria, Texas,
mm,
Colombia. They are the ones who are dominating, and they have the biggest market of emerald, and they also have the zone, the marketing zone in New York. They marketing this emerald to these big companies like Katia is their biggest buyer of emerald.
why not just deal with this big company and then you deal with them and sell the emeralds on the seller's behalf? It's better for you to deal with the licensee because you are a foreigner and you are being asked by the owner of the emerald to market outside Colombia. It's better for you to deal with them. If I'm were you, deal with them because they are already big company and you can supply that on behalf of your contact, something like that. It's better for you to do that. Mm.
Yeah, that's what I've been planning. So also I come across people who are looking for gold for Africa, but I've never closed any deal because both parties, the other one only wants to give the short.
Mhm.
He only wants the seller to bring his gold to where he is, of which is I don't really understand. If someone with the material can risk his material to another country, and then what if he's not getting to be paid, and then how can a material get out of that country without being paid taxes and all
Exactly.
that?
You know, in Africa, there's a lot of seller lost gold and diamond, and one of the seller of mine, his eldest son, lost his life. I think I mentioned that last night when we have a
Yeah,
conversation.
yes, Night, yes, you
Yes,
told me about
and I
that.
feel sorry because the eldest son lost his life and he lost $24 million, 2019 and 2020. Mm-hmm. I just found out
Wow.
this month that the eldest son passed away and they retrieved his life to bring it to Conakry. Yeah. So there's so many fake buyers, and believe me, so many fake buyers. Mm.
Yeah, and they're making as if the Africans, they are the ones who they don't understand business.
They
The
don't.
Africans are the
And then you're gonna
scammers.
be
I
accused.
told them that no,
Yeah.
it's nothing like that.
Then you're gonna be accused that
Mm,
Africa is a scam, is scam. The buyer is the scammer. If the buyer asking to bring the gold to his country, to me he is a scammer. The word scam means to
that's true.
deceive. He's going to launder, he's going to leverage. That is a kind of business they are doing. There's so many criminal activities going on in this industry. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Now every day I'm learning about this gold transaction
Well, you
because it's
learned from
really tough.
Wilhelmina. You did learn. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think I've met the person that I really needed. I needed a mentor like you since you've been in the industry for so long. I think I'm gonna make a lot of money now with you.
I'm not a, I'm not
That's
here.
true.
I am not here to teach people. I am here to sell. Okay, just
To
read.
sell, yes, yes,
Just
but
read.
with your information, I'm gonna learn a lot because I've already learned a lot because before I send you messages, I was watching your videos. You understand and said, "No, this is the problem that I've been facing," but I think Miss Velemina will show me on how to close this deal.
Well, it's very simple. If the buyer is real, he has to send a letter of interest to purchase that he's a buyer. And I don't deal with the chain of broker because it's a messy. I don't mind to
Yeah,
I don't mind to deal with you. You bring the buyer, and I will screen the buyer, and they have to buy. They have to pay the gold plus government sales tax, right?
right.
That is normal. Everybody has to pay the government sales tax. In South Africa, you cannot get the gold and diamond without paying the gold, without paying the diamond
That's true.
plus the government sales
That's true.
tax. That is an income of the country. Hmm. Right.
And I
So
don't understand why because you are not paying that on the sellers. You are paying those taxes, and then you wait for your material to come, and then you make a transaction. That's
no,
it.
it's not.
Then you
Well, it's
pay.
not. To if you are the buyer, assuming you are the buyer, you already saw my platform. I just give you an educational advice. Assuming you're a buyer, you've been searching and you saw my platform on YouTube and you went to my Facebook platform. You already see it, all the messages on every pictures and the full corporate offer. So if you are a buyer,
Yes,
you have to read the full corporate offer because I explain it extensively on
that's true.
how the buyer able to secure the gold. You have to send the interest that you are interested to purchase. That is number one. Number two,
Hmm.
then when I receive the letter of interest from you, we are talking about assuming you are the buyer. Mhm.
Hmm.
Then when you send it to Wilhelmina, attention to Wilhelmina, I will review the letter of interest coming from you. That
Correct.
the letter of interest called LOI must be specific. That you are buying gold, maybe 20 kilos, where the gold to be delivered. What mode of payment? The most important is the mode of payment. Africa doesn't deal C.I.F. Africa doesn't deal
Hmm.
cost insurance and freight only. You have to pay the gold plus logistic plus the insurance. There is whatever the total sale value, the logistic will charge you that you are using their services. That is normal. Mm. So most of the buyer didn't understand that. Mm. I'll give you an example. Last
Yeah.
night, I was talking to a guy from Western Australia. He was following me for 4 years. Mhm. And
Yes.
I just finished talking to him 1 hour ago. That he said to me, I know you, Wilhelmina. I said, how do you know me? Well, I was following you for 4 years. And there's a lot of people accusing you as the scammer. And I told him, I don't know how much I scammed them. I have no idea. Mhm. So he was challenged with me. He come last night, the same as you do. He called me,
Mm-hmm.
and then I told him that I'm about to close because he called me around 1 o'clock in the morning, and I told him I'm very tired. So let's talk about your intention. So I just finished having a conference with him, and he said, I admire you, Wilhelmina. Those people who attack you, they are criminals. I said, yes, they are. They are Judas. Yeah. They don't understand.
That's true.
Especially if the buyer's agent be rejected, they create a bad impression to me. Good luck to them. Yeah. I told the buyer from Western Australia, I don't, he- I'm not here to beg people. I am here to sell. You read, you listen, then when you're ready, you come back. For 4 years, this month, he was following me. He was.
Wow.
Can you imagine that? Suddenly, he decided to talk to Wilhelmina last night. Exactly the same as you did. You talked to me last night.
Yes.
Mm. See?
No, me, I just saw the video yesterday, and then I said, no, let me also save your contact and then send you a message, and
Mm-hmm.
then so that I can talk with you because I'm preparing for tomorrow's meeting because this guy is saying his buyer wants to connect with the seller. I said, okay, it's fine. But they said, no, first before the meeting, the seller supposed to have, he must accept the C.I.F. And then I said, okay, I'll talk to my seller. And then I asked my seller said, okay, I'll provide them with the C.I.F., but the money, but they still have to pay the money in advance for the
Mm-hmm.
taxes and the
See?
transport. I said, okay. And then I told them the way it is. The seller is saying he's accepting your CIF, but you must pay upfront the taxes. So this is the challenge that I'm facing now.
No, the
That's
buyer
that
is
on
that
the
the buyer has no money. If the buyer can afford only to pay taxes, he doesn't have the money. He cannot afford to pay the gold. He cannot. That's exactly what my head office was doing. His son agreed on C.I.F. What happened? He lost $24 million. A minute that the gold is in the hand of the buyer, I'm telling you, you finish. You're over. Why? You don't have any control anymore. You don't have a
That's
control.
true.
Either you're gonna be kidnapped or either you're gonna be killed. There's so many criminals in this business. That's why the criminal is scared
I
with me
know.
as well. Yeah. They don't like me because I'm going to expose them. Hmm.
Yeah.
Especially the conversation is
Yeah.
always recorded. Yeah.
Yes, that's true. That's true. And you are doing very good when you're recording
Our
the
conversation is live
conversation.
right now. You can hear our conversation. Yeah, because this is for the benefit of everyone. Last night I was talking to a
Exactly.
buyer from United Kingdom. He doesn't like me. I told him, you don't need to like me. I told this guy from United Kingdom, and I told him, if I mention your name, you might embarrass. I told him, you don't need to like me because I don't like you. You have the money, we have the gold. Simple as that. And when I found out he's our only broker, and I told him, I know you. You've been following me.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
See?
This transaction. Yes, and then now I'm going to talk with this mandate. Is a direct mandate from the buyer, and then I'll try to create a group, a WhatsApp group with you, and
No,
then
what you
you
have to
can
do so
ask
that
the question.
you don't want to waste my time. You need to ask
Yes,
the buyer's mandate. This is how you're gonna ask. I'm teaching you because I know you are very honest. You were talking, you
yes,
meet a lot of brokers. That is fine because that is normal. We are now on the global communication, global village. You're gonna ask the buyer's agent, how long your buyer searching for gold? This is the question. Then the buyer's agent,
Yes.
oh, we've been looking for gold for many months and there's so many scammer. Then you have to rebuttal it. You have to rebuttal that
Okay.
do you understand what is the meaning of scam? Scam means you deceive yourself and you are deceiving the seller. Just like Judas, he
That's
betrayed
true.
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Judas deceived his master. Right. So
Right.
you need to rebuttal that. Even the broker accused me that I'm a scammer. I don't know how much I scammed them. I don't have any idea. Mhm. So you have to rebuttal
Yeah.
that. That is the reason why I always record the conversation when I interview the buyer, and I will release it to my YouTube channel and on my Facebook. Any buyer can hear our conversation. So then the buyer will remove his stigma in his back of his head because of Africa has been tarnished. Africa has been tarnished. I've been to Africa many times. There is good and bad.
Mm.
Mm. That
That's
is why
true.
the
That's
company
true.
hired me because they have also difficulty dealing with international buyer. Mm-hmm.
That's correct. That's always what I always tell those people that no, you guys have been dealing with the scammers in Africa. Yes, there are scammers, but there are real sellers in Africa and who really want to do serious business.
Exactly.
But you guys, you are not searching for that. Always you cursing everyone before you can even start do good things. You don't believe in Africa, you don't want to travel to Africa, but you are the one who's looking for the minerals. You
Yes,
are looking
Africa is
for
the
this
main
gold,
source
but
of
you don't
minerals.
want to
Yeah.
send them a representative. You don't want to go there and see for yourself if the seller is real or what.
There was a
That's
video
why I
that I
never
watched,
trust.
Desmond. There was a symposium was held in Ghana. All the ECOWAS member. There was an ambassador from Switzerland. Okay, the ambassador lady giving speech on everybody. I think they have a delegation held in Ghana. All ECOWAS, the president, the vice president was there. I watched the video, and you know what the ambassador from Switzerland was saying? There, Mr. President. She addressed it to all president from different part of Africa. We from Switzerland, we are buying your raw materials. We are buying gold and cocoa and so forth because Switzerland have no gold. Can you imagine that? This Switzerland, that I was really amused. I was surprised that the gold from Switzerland coming from Africa. They bring it to Switzerland to refine it and sell it called Swiss gold. But where the raw materials coming from? Africa. Mhm.
Africa,
Yes,
yes.
Africa. I'm not African. I'm Australian, but I was born in the Philippines. Philippines have gold, but you cannot take the gold in the Philippines because the government is very strict and the tax is too high, 32%.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And what about the gold in Thailand?
Don't touch Thailand because gold in Thailand belong to the military. You will be burned out.
Ah,
Don't
okay.
touch. Don't touch.
Because there was a lady who sent me the FCO from Thailand, and then he said, "No, let me make
If there is a gold in
you want
Thailand, it was been smuggled from Africa. Yeah. Don't touch it.
ah
There's so many
okay,
gold
too
smuggled
much problems.
outside Africa. They smuggle to bring it to Thailand. They smuggle bring it to Indonesia. They smuggle bring it to Dubai. They smuggle bring it to Asia. So don't touch it unless you understand the mechanics. Unless you receive the whole export documentation as a report, attestation, ownership, okay, certificate of clearance from the
Okay,
government, the ECOWAS, and the certificate of the child labor coming from the owner of the gold. Because if you're gonna bring that to Switzerland or in United States, you're gonna be asked the certificate that the gold must be clean. Because in Africa, the gold miner, the children are all been used as a child labor. Yeah. Hmm.
That's correct.
So you need to have a documentation. Now, because our conversation is live, those buyer might listen to our conversation. You cannot just ask the seller to give you C.I.F cost insurance and freight because there is a sales tax on that. Hmm. And then
Yes.
they're gonna say, no, I don't want to pay upfront. There is no upfront. There's none. You have to pay for it. Yeah. There's no upfront. You have to pay for it. If you cannot afford, meaning to say you don't have the money, hmm, you're a smuggler, or you're a swindler, or you're a
Yeah.
criminal. Hmm. Yeah.
Because I also made it a very simple example. I asked them, I'm in Colombia. I came here to buy emeralds. But before I go, I'm paying for the tax of the emerald.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm taking my emerald home, and of which I have paid the seller. I'm paying the taxes. Now I'm taking my emerald home. If I was not here, I was also going to pay for the transport
No,
of
hang on,
my
hang
emerald
on,
and the insurance.
hang on, Desmond.
So,
Hang on. You need to
okay,
have a certificate from Colombian government. You need it that that
that's true.
emerald is free of illegal activities. You cannot just go do that, and then when you hand carry the emerald, you're gonna be questioned in the airport.
That's true. That's why
Especially
I
Colombia
always
is
make an
corrupt. The
example with
corrupt.
that.
Don't do that, Desmond. Don't do that.
Yes.
You're gonna be arrested. Don't do that. Don't. I'm
Yes,
telling
no,
you.
I was making an example with them was you want to buy gold, but you don't want to pay upfront the taxes for the material, everything, and then the transport. But here I am, I'm here, but I'm paying for the emerald, I'm paying for the certificate of the emerald, the taxes, and then, but I don't understand you. You just want Africans to take their gold to your buyer without paying your buyer without paying the taxes. It doesn't make sense.
Exactly. So don't, if you're gonna pay the emerald, you just be careful because Colombia is
Yes.
noted of red flag, and you are
Yes, I
colored.
know. I
You are a
know.
colored man. When you reach in the airport, you're gonna be arrested as smuggling. Don't do that.
Yes.
Don't do
No,
that.
they always give me the certificate of the tax certificate here. I'm
Make sure
always
that the certificate is really a certificate. You verify that to the government. You habla Espanol, right?
yes.
You speak Spanish, right?
Yes, hablo
Okay.
español.
You bring,
Yes.
you ask the Department of Mines, what is the necessary?
yes.
Don't do that because you are a colored man. Believe me, you are going to encounter disaster. I'm telling you. You will remember Wilhelmina. Don't do that.
I know. Yes.
Hmm.
No, that conversation I was just making example to them about this gold transaction is the same because their government they're asking this same as in Africa they will ask all those things.
Hmm.
So I don't understand if they don't want to pay for the taxes, but
Well, the seller, Desmond, needs to sell. The seller is hungry to sell, and you are also hungry to buy. Both parties are hungry. That is part of business. But the seller, sometimes they evade taxes, right? They wanted to sell cheap
mhm,
price, but when they value the emeralds, you must remember they are going to value that. The Department of Mines will value that whatever the world market price, then they're gonna tax that emerald. Mhm. So you better you go to the Department of Mines and ask question that you are here to search what is the rules and regulation. Do not say that you are a buyer because you might be kidnapped. Don't say that. You are saying that, okay, I am here as a holiday. I want to know what the nature of your exportation. Right? Do not say that you are a buyer.
Right.
Do not.
Yes.
I'm advising you. Mhm. Our conversation is
Okay.
live. Eh? I want to listen. I want the world to listen as well our conversation. What you have to do, you go to the Department of Mines, you habla Espanol, you can understand, then you think about it. Because when you take the emerald out of Colombia, believe me, the airport custom
Yes.
will
Custom.
ask you bribery. Colombia is full of corruption. Mm,
I know. I know. I
mm.
know that. Thank you for the information.
I
Thank
don't
you for
want
the
you to
advice.
encounter any problem. You are a foreigner. You are.
Yes, that's true.
If you're gonna be arrested, it's very hard. Your government, I don't know if there is an embassy in Colombia, in South
There is
Africa.
no embassy
See,
for South Africa here. The embassy is in Quito, Ecuador, and the other one is the embassy is in Caracas, Venezuela.
I you know what? My advice to you: don't buy emerald in Colombia. You went there for holiday, enjoyed it, enjoyed it. Don't gamble. Don't gamble your life. Mhm.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Don't gamble your life. Just be enjoy for holiday. Ask information in the Department of Mines. Um, do you have emerald? Say yes. The Department of Mines will ask you, what is the purpose that you are in Colombia for holiday? Hmm. Just tell for holiday.
Mm-hmm.
Don't say that you're a buyer. If they found out, you're gonna be kidnapped. Hmm.
That's true. There are a lot of stories here also about that.
Hmm.
People are getting kidnapped about
Yes. So
things
don't
like
do
that.
that.
Yes, I've made a research about it.
Yeah.
I know.
So anyway, nice talking to you. At least I advise you. Okay? So don't gamble it.
Okay, thank you.
Don't
Yeah,
learn from our
thank you so
conversation.
much for the
Anyway, I'm
information.
gonna give you the video that I'm going to upload that on my YouTube. Listen that. Think about it. All right?
Okay, okay. Thank you so much.
Okay, my
I really
pleasure.
appreciate it.
All right, thank you.